Do you know what? I actually, when I found out Levi Colwill and Cole Palmer pulled out of the England squad and Wesley Fofana pulled out the French squad, I was pleased.
Don't say that.
I was pleased.
Don't say that.
Pleased. When I saw that happen, I'm like, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I don't care about these games. I mean, as an England fan, yes, I want us to win. I want us to do well. But as a football fan, as a Chelsea fan, the most important thing for me is that all three of those players are fit to play Leicester the next time we play.
Okay, I'm going to ask you two questions here.
Go on, mate.
When you were playing football, you was a top footballer, you played in the Premier League, right? Would you have given anything to have played for your country?
Yes. International, full international. I played on 21s, but yes.
To give anything to play for England, right? Yeah. So for you would have hands down played in this game coming up. If you had a knock, you would have said, "Yep, I'm playing."
So there's two parts to this answer, right? If you are if you're a player like Cole Palmer, right?
He's not established for England.
No, he's not.
He's played a few games.
No, but he is going to be part of the England squad moving forward. If you're making your debut into this squad, you're not pulling out because you want that England cap. You ain't going to pull out, right? But there are players in this England squad, Levi Colwill. I mean, Declan Rice has got a broken toe, for God's sakes. What? He played for Arsenal against Chelsea, limped off. Saka. You ask any Arsenal fan now, right, and any Chelsea fan, are they delighted that Declan Rice and Saka's pulled out for Arsenal and Colwill and Palmer have pulled out for Chelsea? Because they'll all phone up and say, "Yeah, do you know what? Yeah, good. I'm glad, and I'm glad as a Chelsea fan."
Would you rather play 10 games for England or 10 games for Chelsea?
Well, it depends what it's for, and it depends if.
What do you mean? It depends what it's for.
Well, when you're playing 10 games
it's
for
country over club any day of the week.
If you're playing 10 games for England, you're going to play 10 games for Chelsea if that's your club, right?
Okay.
So,
all right. As a player, right? I'm going to give you this. As a player, would you rather win the Premier League with Chelsea or the Euros with England?
Right. As a player, as me as a footballer, as a Chelsea fan, right? Am I a Chelsea fan? Because I'm Cole Palmer.
I don't care what you are.
Well,
I'm just asking you. As a player, you've been a player.
Well, as a Chelsea fan.
Win the Premier League with Chelsea or win the Euros with England?
Personally, as a Chelsea fan, I'd rather win the Premier League.
Are you joking?
No. No, as a Chelsea fan.
As a player? Chase, you've been a player.
Yeah.
You're telling me that you wouldn't rather win the Euros for England?
As a Chelsea fan?
I don't care if you're a Chelsea fan.
No, but you've got to... That,
what are you talking about?
As a Chelsea fan, mate, come on. Winning the Premier League... You've asked me. Give you an answer.
Okay, what about as a fan?
Oh my
England
God.
win the World Cup, right? England win the World Cup.
Premier League.
But Chelsea win the Premier League.
That's not even difficult, that one. As a player, World Cup. As a fan...
I'm so disappointed, mate.
Well, don't be.
I'm really disappointed in you as a person.
No, don't be. No. The most important
the player one's got me.
The most important thing for me as an England fan... I want England to win everything. Right? As a Chelsea fan, England always will finish second behind Chelsea. Okay, but every time.
These football players, right? Don't care if they're Chelsea fans or whatever. Surely, winning the World Cup for England is going to beat any club competition ever. Anything.
Ask me then when I was a Spurs player.
I'm not even going to bother asking that question.
Win the Premier League.
I don't understand it. Playing for your country, standing there in front of millions of people with that England shirt on, you're walking out Wembley.
Look, I'm
singing the national anthem.
Club over country.
Family there crying, watching you. You're representing your country.
Club over country. Club over country.
So
every single time. Every time. It's not even difficult, Jay, that one.
Really?
No, it's not difficult.
Okay, what about Carabao Cup?
That's the only one you might...
Nations League, Carabao Cup.
Oh, behave yourself. Not even... What? Are you joking,
You'd rather win the Carabao Cup than the Nations League?
Are you...
Oh, mate,
is this a serious...
Help me out here.
Hold on. You would rather Spurs lose the Carabao Cup final and England win the Nations League?
Yes.
Oh, you're a joker. You're a joker.
Yes,
no wonder you lot always finish...
Yes, I would. It's a trophy. It's England.
No.
Country.
No.
Country comes together.
That's disgusting. It's terrible.
Right, you can have your say on this. Ben White, are you disappointed in the England players who've not bothered to turn up to play for their country, represent their country? Is it club over country for you, or is it country over club? Let's go to Matthew, who's a Southampton fan. Matt?
Hello, how are we doing?
I'm all right, Matty. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, we've got you, matey. Thanks for phoning in. Go on, what do you want to talk about?
Well, first of all, I just want to say you two lads have got the best show on talkSPORT. Absolutely quality. You make me laugh all the time.
Thank you, mate.
Thanks, matey boy.
Appreciate that, pal.
On this subject, a few things to talk about. So, in regards to I'd rather win the Premier League as a Chelsea fan. That's obviously a very, very biased opinion. I think hands down, any day of the week, you want England to win the World Cup, the Euros. We've not seen that happen in years. Something like that would just be amazing for the country. So I want to completely disregard that comment of you'd rather see Chelsea win the Premier League.
Okay, what about a Southampton fan? I'll give it in.
You what, sorry?
Southampton fan then. You're a Southampton fan. They win the Premier League in 2 years. Southampton win the Premier League in 2 years' time. Or England win the World Cup in 2 years' time.
There's two things I've never seen, so it's a bit of a hard argument.
Okay, but what would you rather?
I'm going to have to go... do you know what? Southampton. I'm going to have to go with Southampton. On the basis of...
You've just contradicted this whole conversation.
No, he hasn't. Good boy, Matty.
No,
Good boy.
No, I haven't, because Chelsea have done it loads. They've, literally, it wasn't that long ago that they've done it. So for a Southampton fan, a club that have minimal money and just have no,
who cares, mate? Your country might win the World Cup. You're going to be a part of that. You're going to be there. You're going to be out and about. The country's going to erupt. You're going to be part of that as a nation.
Yeah, but then if Southampton win the Premier League, then all the Southampton fans go mental, and that's something that in my lifetime I don't believe I'll ever see. So for me, on that one, I'm going to go with Southampton. In regards to what was that? Did you say joke?
No, go on, mate. Go on, carry on. Go on.
In regards to Ben White, I think it's a bit harsh to sort of say, because he doesn't want to play under Lee Carsley, that right, that's it. I'm not playing for England again. I think that's completely wrong. I think anyone can make a decision who they want to play under. Not necessarily football. It can be anything. And if they don't want to play under that manager, I don't think that's then a valid point to then say, all right, that's it. Disregard them. Get rid of them.
Doesn't matter who the manager is. Your country. Doesn't matter who the manager is. You get selected. Do you know how many people would give everything to play for their country, to walk out with an England shirt on? Do you know how many people would wake up every day and have that moment, to live in that moment forever? And Ben White just, I don't fancy it. No, I don't want to. Actually, you know what? Yeah, World Cup's coming up, Actually, yeah, I fancy that now. Thomas Tuchel's a gaffer. Yeah, I'll have a bit of that. No, sorry. No, don't happen. You lost that opportunity when you turned around and didn't fancy it.
And I think my argument for that then would be, on what grounds has Ben White decided that he doesn't want to play? Do we know the story behind it? Is it fair to come on talkSPORT and scrutinise him and scrutinise these players without the actual background story?
Well, it doesn't matter what the background story is. He don't want to play. He's fit and he don't want to play for his country.
But here's the question, right? Why would Thomas Tuchel care about what happened previously? Why would he look back previously? For example, right, Amarin's coming in to Manchester United. Would he look at some of the way the players have performed? Would he look at that and think, I saw the way you performed, by the way. You ain't in. It's got to be a fresh slate. You've got to give him a fresh chance. And if Ben White's decided, for whatever reason, and I don't care, by the way, I don't care what the reasons were, if he says to Thomas Tuchel, and he's made it evident to the FA that I'm available for the next England squad, then he should be made available for the next England squad.
I don't know if that. It don't sit right with me. It don't sit right with me. Okay. Matty, top man, mate. Thanks for your call. You're a disgrace, but thanks for your call. Let's go to Shane, who's a Liverpool fan. All right, Shane?
Shaney?
Yeah, good.
Shaney,
Jason, you're wrong. It's country over club. Being a Kiwi, you get the chance to play for the All Blacks. You play, otherwise you
different
ain't
sport, doesn't count. Rugby, don't compare rugby to football, Shaney. Come on, mate.
It counts.
It's a terrible analogy.
No, it's a good analogy. All Blacks. Playing for the All Blacks. Yeah. What a moment that be.
No, but it's different, mate. It's different.
Yeah. England over my club.
England over my club?
Time.
England
I'm
over...
with you there, Jamie, all the way, my son. All the way.
You're a Kiwi, though. Why were you talking about England?
Well, because my dad's English.
Well, let's speak to him then.
Well, he's half English. He can play for England.
Get him on the phone.
Well, he's half English, and so he's not even 100% English.
Right,
and it's still choosing.
Here we go. Shane.
England over club
Shane, England
every time.
England over club, right? Okay, Shane.
Yeah.
When England played the Kiwis at the weekend in rugby, who did you want to win?
As long as it's a good game, that's all I worry about.
No. Simple question, needs a simple answer. England played New Zealand, the All Blacks, at the weekend. All right, a couple of weeks ago. Who did you want to win?
I watched the game with my mate.
Shane's in trouble.
Oh, Shaney. I thought I had one on side.
Shaney, you've been exposed, matey.
Sent him down the garden path there. You know, you
Poor old Shaney.
Put him right up in knots.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.